Good morning, everyone. I wanted to get in here early and hopefully get everything lined out before I got things going. Oh, to start with, like this is for my journal. I'm working on um, the journal. So I'm saving this. Hello, all you replayers. I welcome you to Tea Tuesday, Tuesday Tea, however you want to put it. While I'm waiting for people to come in, I'm going to work on my prompts. Good morning, Dixie. Good morning. I have this Rolodex that I want to use, and I forget about it. So I put it in the way this morning so I remembered to show you. I've done the months of the year at the beginning, and then as I do them during the month, I'm going to put them behind the month. Hi, Barbara. Welcome back, Teresa. I'm so glad you're here. Raw, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm going to pull out 3 of my little prompts. If you want to do them with me, you're welcome to. I have a sticker, and as you can see, I'm just pulling. I don't care. I know you are, and I am so glad you are here. I don't have these shoveled. A camel. Oh, that's so wonderful. I was sitting here watching somebody else's live, so I was coming up with stuff. Yeah. As you can see, I have a camel, an O, a sticker. You're also in Mary's live. I just came from Mary's live. I'm going to do this. I've got a happy mail from Janet Nash, and then I'm going to make fidget mats. I know a lot of people have loved ones in the Alzheimer dementia groups, and so I wanted to show how I make them for adults. So I'm going to move this so it's out of the way now that I've shown that. Because I don't have much room here with all my fidget mat stuff out. Let me turn this light on so I can see. Hi, Pickles. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad that you're here today. I love watching you color. I need to comment when I'm watching. But usually I'm coloring too. Okay, I need a background. I don't know if you can see this box I've got. Ooh, I should use that for my children's book. See, I keep finding stuff for my scavenger hunt. I think music's one. I've got to find a camel and a sticker. Oh my. I needed an owl yesterday. Didn't see those. So how is everyone? I hope you're doing. Ooh, I like better than this one. I'm going to use this one. It's already painted. Oh, Raw, you threw it away? Is that what you mean? I hope not. A camel, a sticker, and an O. Okay, onion, owl. Duh. Okay, I got the O. Sometimes these take me a long time and sometimes they don't. I've been kind of playing with them. Roll, oh, roll, oh, roll. You look at that as a growing opportunity, some would say, but I throw a lot of things away. So, okay, where? I have no idea where I'm going to find a camel. I have a stained packaging for my Oh, I hear you. So you teach? What do you teach, Pickles? Our teachers went back to school. I felt so bad for them. I love being a retired teacher. There are certain days of the year that I'm very thankful. Barbara, I hope you're staying warm. Okay, I'm not finding, I know where my stickers are. That's not going to be hard. Camel, camel, camel. Where might I find a camel? My prompt book? No. Camel, camel, camel. Anybody know where I put those? Oh, but the kids go back. Gotcha. Oh, so you're supposed to throw it away? Huh. I always keep it thinking someday I'll get better and can fix it. Did I put them in here so I could draw? Yeah, there they are. Is there a camel in here? I don't draw well. I am still a beginner learner, Raw, so don't listen to me on that. Well, I thought maybe there'd be a camel here, but I'm not seeing one. But cat starts with camel. The C like camel. So if I have to, I can use that. I like your drawings though, Raw. I like those. That's what I can do. I can follow yours and I'm looking for a sticker since I can't find anything else. Let's find a sticker. Your art blueprint. I like that term. Finding your art blueprint. I'm glad. It's awesome for you. I'm going to put my owl over here to the side. And then I'm going to look for a camelator. Hi, Pam. I'm so glad you're here. That's right. That's what I'm trying to learn, Pickles. Enjoy the process. I sometimes get hooked up and all on the finished product. I've got Dixie and Carol. Oh, Carol, since you're here, I wanted to show you my circles. This is going to become something. I'm getting better watching you. I'm getting ideas. Watching Sandra Taylor Brown. So I thought maybe that would make some kind of a journal. Driving home. Hi, Chris. Did you get lesson plans started? I was, Carol. I'm always inspired by you. Always. Okay, now I'm going to put on, oh, that's a good one. Fun starts here. My happy place, a bird. I think I'm going to put these little stickers on that go round. I may have wished I glued them down, but I think since they're brand new, they should be okay. And then I'm going to look for my camels. I have no idea where. I've got magazines over there. Well, that's about as crooked as drunk walking. Oh, oh, Barbara, what you excited about? You want a giveaway. Oh my gosh, Barbara, congratulations. One of Carol's giveaways. How special is that? Okay, and now this is just semi-finished. So I'll leave it here on my desk so I can finish it. And then I will look for a calendar, a camel. See, I can't talk. A camel later because I have no idea where to even look for a camel. Got a couple National Geographics I might find one in, but I doubt it. Barbara, you're going to need to frame that. I think I was moving too much, Dixie. I don't know. I'll sit still a minute and see if that helps. Oh, a Zoom meeting. Oh, those aren't fun. Okay, so I'm going to put those up for right now. I'm going to look for a camel. And then on the bottom, I will write what my prompts were. I just thought this would be a fun way to start my lives till everybody got here, or till a few got here, or until whatever. But my fidget mats are going to probably take me a little time. I want to first open my Happy Mail. I want to, when Janet puts in the numbers, I was the closest or something like that. I don't know what to do about it. Does anybody know what to do about it? It may be internet. I don't know. Oh my goodness, she filled this up. Janet always does. She gets more love from Janet, Freddie, and Flo. I'm definitely keeping that. Huh. Okay, good, Raw. Oh, look at the pocket out of a book. And then what she got inside. Look, Janet is so clever. Look at all this. A little tag. Look at the flower with the gold. Dead Horse Point, Utah. Hi, Lori. Is there something I can do on my end, y'all? I'm going to have to remember that. That's pretty cool. Hi, Penny. So glad you're here. They say I'm a glitching, so let me know. Hi, Vanessa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you go to 720? Those of you that have me glitching. Hi, Margaret. Welcome, welcome. Look at this. This is her paper that Janet, remember when she did her stamping? Oh, that's in a suitcase. Isn't that cute? Nice, nice, nice. Thank you, Janet. Well, what do I do? Anybody know? Okay, Carol, you go back to quilting. All right. Well, maybe if I get rid of this mat, it'll help. What I'm going to make is a fidget mat. And I'm going to make it on this. I've got a stack of these. Oh, okay, Pickles. Thank you. I'm going to make it on this because it's textured. Now, you can make these any size you want. You can use a pot holder. You can use a old pillow. This is an old pillow that already has lace, so it's already textured. You can knit something, crochet something. You can make a sleeve to put it on. Bye, Chris. Good morning, Gail. You can make them any size. You can make a little carrier size. I'm making these for our veterans here in Florida that are DAR, Daughters of Revolution, support. But you can even start with a piece of fabric if you need to. You can do it with what you have. Here's some fabric I sewed to denim, but it's got the different fabrics on it. So I may make a little one, I can make several small ones out of this. It just depends on what you want. And then both sides have something. So whatever you've got that's handy, use what you have. I sure hope that gets out. You can even use a piece. But I'm going to use this mat because it's what I have. And it's what I'm used to. And it's larger. And so I'm going to use it. Now, all I'm going to do on this is pin them. And then I will go to, I can try going out and then coming back in. You want me to try that? Okay. I'm going to go out and come back in. Hold the phone. I have to be able to read it. So I got to take it out. Okay. Let's go out. Okay. I'm working on my orientation. There we go. Like the tongue out. You know, you can't think without a tongue. Hi, Mona. Well, that doesn't work. That sounds good. Is it glitching? Okay. I want to get it going the other way, though, so you can see. There. I don't know why that orientation won't stay with my phone. That's a personal problem, I know. How's that, y'all? Yeah, Pam, I know. Good morning, Janet. Good afternoon, Janet. I just opened your Happy Mail. Thank you so much. Okay, is that all better? Can you still hear me? There's my thumbs up. I think my mic's on. Okay, so I'm using this because it's a rough texture. Vanessa, what a fidget mat does for people with Alzheimer's and dementia, it gives them something to touch, something to feel. And you can make them for a sleeve, um, something like that. Fidget mats can also be made for children, but this one is for adults. So, as I think I was saying, I am going to just pin things on, and then I'm going to sew. And you won't see the sew. Oh, good, Pam. You won't see the sewing part. But I've had several people talk about where their husbands have Alzheimer's, dementia, um, and those kind of things. And I've made these for quite a while. And I thought maybe if I showed people how to make them, then that will help. You can also go to Pinterest. And if you put fidget mat in, and I think I put fidget mat for the elderly, it will also um, show ideas too. Some things you can use that I don't have are like real easy snaps and those kind of things, so that um, they can practice doing things. Another thing you can use are zippers, and I'll put a zipper in mine. And that's something that they can practice just going up and down. You can get them as busy as you want or as busy as you don't want. But the idea is texture. So right now I'm going to put some texture on it. I like to put some pretties on it. You know, I never know if it's going to a man or a woman. So I try to make it for either one. And there's something that you can make at home if you just want something different to do. You can hand sew these. You do not have to use a sewing machine. I'll take them to DAR and they'll take them down to the veterans. Oh, really, Mona? That's interesting. Well, boy, you could sure buy a lot of bread, couldn't you, for them? Kleenexes. So, and I put these on, and you won't be, I'll have to keep moving the mat up but you'll get my drift. I've got some tulle, and sometimes I think it's just thinking of stuff to put on it. Now, I don't put a lot of pink. I'll put some. I don't know why it is that men don't want pink and women couldn't care less about blue, but I try to make them so anybody can have them. And we have to remember there's women that, are veterans too, not maybe so much in a nursing home, but definitely that are veterans. There may not be, well, yeah, because World War II had them. Buttons. Yes, Margaret, I've got buttons. And I'll show you how I use my buttons and beads. Okay, let's get some pinning going on. I like to pin as I go so I can poke myself and say, ouch. Oh, really, Dixie? Yeah, that would have helped. Give her something for her hands to do. And that's why I thought I'd make this. It may be for replayers or whoever, but sometimes it's not that this is definitely not new. It's just thinking about it. And I put clips on it, and I'll show you that, so that they can clip it to their clothes or their wheelchair or whatever they want to, so they don't drop it. Because, those nurses and aides and all that don't have time for that. Hi, Nashua, how are you? I hope you're doing wonderful today. This is those selvage edges that I like to sew on, that it has some fringe, and then those fun stitches give another piece of texture. So that's why I'm putting this on there. Some of these I may sew on by hand. I don't know how they'll do in my machine after I've already sewn on it. So this one I may end up doing some by hand. I don't try to hurry these. I'd rather get a few done and have them like I want them. It's not like burp claws I can just zoom through. I like things going different directions. Okay, these are my beads. I use these beads. They're easier to put on. And what I'll do is I will sew down. Oops, I froze up. Oh, thank you so much, Mona. Yeah, if anybody want to share on the any Facebook pages, I'd appreciate that. Okay, I'm back. I do this, and then I sew by hand the edges down, or machine, either one. But this way they can move their beads. And so I for some reason I do odd numbers. I'll probably put several on this, but I want them to be able to move. And even little kids like this if they're nervous. So if they're visiting, a grandparent that has one of this is something the child and grandparent can do together. Okay, now I'm going to knot this for right now so it doesn't fall off, because I don't want to pick up beads later. Thank you, Mona, for coming in. I appreciate it, Mona. Okay, so that's this, and I'll take these two out and then just put them on the twine. But for right now, they are holding this on there, and then I'll find a place to put it. But for right now, I'm going to just. And then some rubber bands. What could I do with rubber bands? Oh, I know what I can do. We can do a lot of elastic. Oops. I have a container of elastics. Here, I put it up here. I have this headband that has like rubber on it. So I thought, you saw my hair earlier, you'd say, Kathy, you need one of those on. But I need to make an appointment, and my sinuses have been bothering me. So maybe we'll put that way. I like that. Are you all okay? Oh, Dixie, what a good idea. Especially if you're waiting for a doctor's appointment. My husband has Mardi Gras beads hanging on his rear view. I mean, his, yeah, rear view mirror. And I noticed him playing with the beads, like at a stop sign or something. Now, not everybody has these. I got these at Hobby Lobby, and I got them for pacifier clips that I like to make to go with. Oh, I could, Barbara. Oh, I could, or I could just use these. Do you think one would want a pink one or flowered? But I make passy clips out of these, and I'll give them like as the bow onto the on the page. So, and I sometimes will buy, if I can find these on sale or cheap, I'll buy some of them. This isn't too girly, I don't think. I'm going to put one of these on for that texture. Oh, here's some of these. That would be good. I have these in here and here. Let's get a black one. Oh, football. One of them might have been a football player for all we know. And then what I'm going to do is I will put these here, and then they've got elastic and elastic this way. And then I will just sew them on the edges as you go down different ways. I won't do them all the same way. But this is a silky feeling. And then this they can pull, but they're not going to tear anything because this is elastic too. I try to think about that kind of stuff. I don't always, but I try. And I hope that, maybe this will take somebody back to their football playing days or their flower play or their flower planting or whatever they got. Carol, I bet you could slow stitch a thong. I bet you could. Let's do this. Now, this has this tag thing on it, and I leave it. I leave it because it's another texture. It's like a pocket, which I'll probably put a pocket on. And I just leave it on there. I'm going to put this one between so I stay off that pocket. I don't want to sew through that. I will sew these on my older machine. I have my 83 Singer. You've heard me talk about before. And that's what I'll sew on it. It doesn't have the fancy stitches, but that's okay. This again, I'll cut off, and then also this on by hand. Unfortunately, they're knotted. Here, let's put some of this stuff. That's kind of a lot of blue over there, isn't it? And this is going to go with my beads because they're going to go by hand. So I'll just lay them there. And then I've got some Chanel and that kind of stuff. Here's a Chanel. I'll just use it. I just use scraps of whatever fabric I've got. I don't worry. Or trims. Trims work well. And if you guys have ideas, you are more than welcome to shout them out. I do like Margaret's button idea, and I do have buttons to put on there. I'm going to cut this down. See, and this will be easy to sew on. Are y'all crafting too, or are you just sitting drinking your coffee? I was watching Mary drinking my coffee. I do that a lot. And trims are something I usually finish up with. Of the these, is that what you're talking about? I wondered about that. But on Pinterest, they all have them on there. So I guess if I'm really, really careful. Now, these beads are all sewn after each bead, so I don't think they'll scatter. I don't know, but that's a very good point. And this, I don't know. The ones I saw just had sewing at each end. Yes, yo-yos, but Margaret, good idea. So I don't know. It's not on there yet, so I'll think more about that. Or maybe I'll contact them and see what the nursing home says. Yeah, beads would be one thing if you just made this for someone living in your home, where you watch it, as opposed to a nursing home. Okay, I think that's enough fabric like that. No, I'm welcome to all suggestions. And I don't always put beads on. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So it's definitely a good thought. Velcro is something I put on. Let's move this stuff up. And I'm just going to put it here on the corner. And I will put both sides. Yes, burlap. And I have burlap somewhere. I like the fact I can use small amounts of stuff. You know, we all like to save our stuff. Well, any concerns you have, please bring them up. Because I am not the expert on all this. I will definitely say. I just like making them and thought they might be an idea for some of you. Okay, here's some buttons. And I do use big buttons, but now I'm starting to worry about that. All right. Have a great day, Gail. Thank you for coming. Now, some people make little flaps so that buttons can be buttoned, you might say, in a buttonhole. I don't have that down here. So I just put them on for texture. And I put them on real tight. Hi, Sherry. See you. Yeah. Well, I think I can bend the beads on for the pearls until I know more about it. Thank you. So I will put probably 3 buttons on. And I put this on really well too. Tassels would be good if I had some. That would, well, I have tassels I've made. What do you think? And I could, clip it to one of these, and then they would have a choice of whether or not to leave it on. I don't have drapery ones, but I do have handmade tassels. And so I would take this off because I don't want them to poke themselves with that safety pin. But they could then take it off or on. And maybe that's an idea for the beads and the pearls. So I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to take it off now because I can't sew with it on. But I like that idea of a tassel. I did not think of that. Didn't think of that. Here's a little bit of lace. I'll add. Well, now I'm getting a lot of white over there. That's what I find I do. I get one side all fancied up and then I forget the other one. Pom-pom garland. I thought of pom-pom, but I didn't think of the garland. I just thought of the little pom-poms. Now, with my felt, I like to use felt. I'm going to make a wonky flower, fairly nice size. And I try to make this as colorful as I can. I don't try and, make it all one color or anything like that. Happy New Year, Guitar Shocker. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to, that more of a heart. There we go. And then I'm going to take ribbon. I have ribbon hooked to my cart. And I'll sew this under the heart. So the heart gives it texture as well as the ribbon. It does, it does, it does. Dixie, I'm that way so often. I don't measure these. I don't worry if they're, I just worry about the texture being different. I don't want that one. It's a glittery, I don't want that glitter to come off. I just got here on my card. I'm going to get a few more, but I didn't want them all falling onto the floor. And by making several of these, if I cut too many, I'm good. Here's one. I want them open. Well, I am so glad you all are here. I do appreciate you coming. I'm at 297 subbies. That makes me smile. I might get to 300 someday. I might not. But it is what it is. Okay, Carol. I can't wait to see that finished quilt. Oh, yes, Barbara. Don't forget to message Carol. Want to make sure you saw that. I love this blue striped. It's got such a neat texture to it. Let's see where we are here on my. And then these are just going, make sure y'all can see. I'm so trying to get rid of this sinus infection. So my apologies for all the sniffing and coughing or sneezing, whatever I do. And then I just put all of these under the heart. They're about too long. I'm going to take some of it off. Too long. Got a little generous there. See, my first one was nice and short, and then I just kept getting longer and longer and longer. And the nice thing is when you're sewing these on, you can change your mind. You can do something different. This would make a nice gift for, you know, somebody next door, somebody at church, you know, to take home to a family member. I just really enjoy making them. And something different than, you know, complete sewing or paper and pen. You know, I like all those things, but this is just something kind of different. I like the feeling. My sister calls it sewing for Jesus. I just like knowing that somebody's going to get some good out of it. Barbara, sometimes that didn't help either because I had to look upside down. And I never minded. Some teachers always hated it when a kid called or student, I should say, called him teacher. And they said, I don't call you boy. I don't call you girl. Well, I had to admit, sometimes I called them honey because I couldn't remember their name. So I guess that's the same. I had trouble calling siblings by their other sibling I had had's name. And I had one student that I'd had his dad. And I kept calling him by his dad's name. And it would make him so mad. And I finally said, does your mom ever get your names mixed up? And he goes, yeah, and I don't like that either. You're welcome, Barbara. My stream, I hope, is one of those things you never know what's coming up. Never know what you're going to get. All right. Now, buttons. I've got the buttons right here. I think I may get rid of this. But then maybe when I sew it, I think if I sew, I just love that texture. Maybe if I zigzag it underneath, it will help. I don't know. That may not make the final step. And that's what I'm afraid too. Oh, I want to get this on because it's a different texture. And I'm putting it here. And then I'll zigzag. I know that will. Oh, well, now there you go, Barbara. I'd have a student tell me, Mrs. Cal, did you know your tag's upside down? You know, they always like finding something you messed up on. But we had a kindergarten teacher who purposely would wear 2 different shoes, 2 different socks to get her kindergarten students observant. And she had told them that if they read so many books, she'd shave her head. And right there in front of her, she sure did, shaved her head. I'm going to put one of these on. Then I have one more thing I want to put on. I love fabric ruffles. Let's put some red up here. That has just a nice soft texture. That's the part that I sometimes find the hardest to do is coming up with the textures. Now here is a snippet roll I made. But now I'm thinking they pick at this one, and it's not like I'm short on any means. I found 3 baskets full of snippet rolls. Where's my other ones? Okay, what do you think about slow stitching things? That was just an idea I had. Hi, Beth. Glad you made it. Did you sleep? Oh, I do want to put some of this on. You know, everybody likes Minky. And if it's a little bitty piece, I don't mind sewing it. Oh, there I go again. We'll just put that right down there. Do have to think about washable stuff. Oh, that's going to sew right through that. Don't want that there because they might like the other part. So let's put this here. And I could put buttons on top of something. Buttons on top of this other upholstery might be good too. I think I'll do that. And then I have terry cloth fabric, and then I have this real soft something puffy and stuffed. Yes, Dixie, and I saw that. I could do that with this. And I will stuff it with thread. How's that for using leftover thread? Good idea. Good idea. Dixie, you are good. You guys are coming up with all kinds of stuff I can put on here. But I could put this, I'm just sticking it here so you guys can see it, and then sew around it and then stuff it with stuffing or, oh, probably you need one. Well, if you do, you do. See, I'm wanting to put something on that corner. I'm going to move this somewhere else. I'll move it up here to the top. And that's what I find I do a lot of, is moving stuff around. But I want the pieces big enough so that if that's their thing, they have plenty of it. Well, that's about as crooked as can be, ladies and men. A little straighter, but I guess when it's all puffy, it won't matter. But what I'll do is I'll sew it all on there, and then I'll leave stuff to stuff in there. Oh, a weighted blanket. My grandson lives by that. He loves his weighted blanket. Do you need something to drink too, Barbara? I can, send you up some coffee or tea. It might be a little cool by the time it gets up there to Canada, but I'd make it for you. Well, I'm going to put this right here for now. But I like that idea. I don't have a pocket on, but I can make this a pocket, couldn't I? That's what I'll do. I'll make this a pocket. Well, not if I'm going to sew down the beads. I can make this one a pocket. And then I'll find something like this to stuff down in there that they can feel. I got this from Selena at Amore Fabrics. If you haven't found Selena yet, oh, she has beautiful stuff. But I'll put this in like a handkerchief. And see, I can stick this in here, and that gives them something else to feel. And there we have a fidget mat. I'll get it all sewn up, and this one will be done. Oh, okay, Barbara, I can do that. I can do that. I don't know how the umbrella would fare with your wind, but I'll do what I can. I'll glue it to the glass or something. So anyway, like I said, you can make this any size you want. You can make it out of a quilt square. I've got a pile of stuff that I can make it on. And it would be a comfort to somebody. And easy. And like I said, I use, a lot of scraps. And I just, find textures as I think of them. And I think they're a lot of fun to make. But that's a fidget mat for somebody with Alzheimer's, dementia. I know I kind of use the words back and forth and know I probably shouldn't. And they'll fold back up. They won't with straight pins in them, but they fold up and then they can sit them, to the side. Oh, I did want to show how I clip it. I pulled it out, but I'll use a different color so the poor nurse can find it. These are like what you find on, I use them for my passy clips, but you find them on a lot of stuff. And I just slip this in. I use one of those. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? And I slip this in. And then I just sew it on the edge of something. Hi, Jasper, how are you? And I just stick it to the edge. And then they can clip it on their clothes. Oh, I could do French knots. Yeah, this all gets sewn up. And then the hand sewing stuff, I will take to my chair and then do it. But I like putting these on them so they can clip it to their clothes. Now, like I said, if you knit or crochet, you can make them a sleeve. Just go around. And then it can be on their arm. And they don't need as many. And they can just rub it. It is a great use it up project, Dixie. And I do like the idea of some French knots. And I might do that on another one. I don't know. Now, this kind of feels like French knots on some of the areas. But that's one down. Ouch. And like I said, I'll get a bunch made. And then I will sit down and sew them all up. For those of you that are tired of fabric. Oh, I got something I wanted to show you to get your opinion. And I should have waited when Carol was still. I should have done it when Carol was still here. This is from Pickles that was here earlier. I had my husband print these off. So I can practice my coloring with them, or I'm going to trace them and paint. And I put them in here. This is a very old book. It is, first copyright was 1924. Last copyright was 1959. But I really like the paper because, as you can see, I wrote on it, and it doesn't soak through. So I was thinking of using this for something. Now, Carol had one, and she was painting on it. I love the old printed, oh, there it goes. The old printed typing, that they have. And so I was thinking of, I've got tracing paper, of using like this and trace on it and then paper paint. What other ideas do y'all have? I just want to use it. I love the book. And I've got my New Year's resolution for my crafting, which is learn more about drawing and painting, collage more to improving, excuse me, and crochet. Well, I can't crochet in here, but I thought I could do the other in here. Okay, Barbara. So anyway, if you have any ideas, it's a very thick book. So, it's not like I want to glue things because I really don't want to. And some pages I might tear out to use. Hi, Carol. How are you? Somebody called you Happy Carol. I loved that name. So anyway, if any of you have ideas for this book, let me know. It's really a thick, old one. The copyright on this actual book was 59. So it's not as old as some are. I'm doing well, Carol. Thank you for asking. I thought I would work a little bit on my journal. This is an old children's book that literally was falling apart. The seam had come off. You can see how, excuse me. Hi, Dana. How are you? The pages were just falling apart. Thank you. This is going to be my scavenger hunt book. And I'm not going to redecorate it. I will probably put something down here to say scavenger hunt 2023, but I'm not going to cover this. I think it's perfect as it is. Good morning, Mitzi. Welcome. So glad you came. So I just loved it. So anyway, I've kind of got my pages ready. And I've got some pages done. Some I'm going to redo. This one, I had a stamp on it, but I want to add more stamps. And oh my gosh, I've got lots and lots of old stamps. So, yikes, I didn't mean to do that. Where's all my stamps there? Is that them? Well, here's some. So I thought I might finish this page. That's 1936. Yeah, I have old stamps. I'm so glad. And something international. Here's a Canadian stamp. I think I have everything I need for my journal. I think or I'll be able to easily find it. There we go. A wreath, like the front of my book. I'm not sure what wreath you're talking about, Carol. But I think I did this on my coffee page. I'll show you. Or maybe I'll just make it as a tab. That would work too. Oh, Dixie, that'd be pretty. Some things I went ahead and put on so that it could be drying, like why I had my gesso out, or I found tissue paper and I knew, excuse me, I'll show you. I had this pattern tissue and I knew tissue paper was one of the things. So I went ahead and glued it on while I had Mod Podge out. Oh, Dixie, on the old book pages. Is that what you're talking about? Here's the note to myself. Then I got a pile over here. Here's my music. There's more music. I got a map. There's ads. I don't know if I'll need them. And I'm not going to bind it till I'm done. So if I need to add or take away pages, I can. Oh, Jasper, yes, please share. Please share. But here's just some of my pages. This is Italian paper that I wadded up and used gold and vintage photo on. Here's just the backs of those. This is my coffee page. I used a coffee dyed paper with cup fabric. And you can't skip and be happy at the same time. That was a tea bag. And then the different kinds of coffee. And then I thought I would make this a tab. Thank you, Carol. Kind of want that straight underneath there. This is fabric I had. And at first I wasn't sure if I liked it. So I had more fabric of this. And I thought, well, I can just take it off. So I don't know if I'm going to do it that way. If I want to tape it that way, so it kind of, will flip out and I can put something there. I think I'll do that. Even this up just a little bit. Thank you, ladies. Oh, you're not late, Jasper. When you get here's right on time. Yes, you do. Raisins, prunes, pumpkin seeds, and milk. Well, yeah, Barbara, you have raisins and prunes in yours. I don't know anybody that's going to take yours over Jasper's. On Janet Young's page, Mitzi, if you look there, you will her and her page is just called Janet Young. And I guess she's been doing this for several years, I've heard. But I'm new to all this streaming stuff, so I didn't find all this until the June or July. Yes, Carol, Barber's is healthy and hearty. Okay, Mitzi, if you have trouble, we'll help. Oh, the old book pages wreath. Yeah. So anyway, that's my coffee page. And then this is color guard. You know, you stick it in so if things fade. I like to use those for pages. I've used those on a, and here's another one. I just love using it. Loved how this one turned out. When my sister sends a quilt, I use those, and then I just use them a lot because things don't fade. And then the painty papers, the end. So I thought I would, let me find my little book. Here it is. I had to write mine all out. Something international. I'm not worrying about the vintage children's books because I'll have the stuff all throughout. And I'm using a vintage children's book. So I did want to use some of this stuff I have. See, I have a lot of these. So I can add them to whatever. You know, I noticed how crooked these are, but do I ever get out my paper cutter? No, I just eyeball it or leave it crooked. Perfectionist is not one of my strong points. Okay. I like that little 64 there. I've got stamps that are kind of snarky. And I've got old newspaper. I don't think I brought it in here because I had so much. I'm just trying to find. Here, there's something international right there on that page. Ha ha. We're going to make this an international page because I've got Janet's envelope I want to use. And this would also be somebody's art. It will also work for a pocket. I went this way. So let me make a little hole. Yes, it does, Jasper. I should, and I love it. I should eat more of it. Okay, so we're going to put this here. Oh, good, Mitzi. Oh, really? I know Aunt Beck puts a lot of things in her oatmeal I wouldn't have um, thought about. Wouldn't have thought about it. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm so glad I got that Royal Mail page. I've got Janet's art. She stopped in for a minute. I don't know if she's still watching or not. That looks like a German stamp, which I've already got stamps, but that's okay. I can use more if I want to. Excuse me, my sinuses are finally opening. I'll put it in the US ones. These are all different countries. So, but I have a feeling another there. I want that Canadian one, but I'm not sure I think that's just a sticker. Yeah, it's cardboard. How are you eating it? Is that oatmeal warming your mouth up? Well, I want 4. I think I just want 3. This is so pretty of an envelope. I'm so glad it didn't get damaged in the mail. So, my glue. Oh, never a dull minute, Barbara. Never a dull minute. I just realized everything I'm doing is upside down, isn't it? I'm upside down to y'all. Oh, I don't think I was when I started. Was I? Yes. Ice cream. Make snow ice cream, Barbara. I bet you know how to do that. I bet you've done it before. Thank you, Pam. I'm still upside down, yeah. Well, I can't change it now without. And this will have her by airmail on the back. Now, I'm thinking of putting some of these wrappings in. Woo, sorry about that. Maybe in the pocket, or I might do a whole page with them because I can get lots of that. Let's look. Um, oh, I've got another pocket in here. We're going to have a lot of pockets. A vintage photograph. That was up there. Message from outer space. Tribute to someone. Note to self. What is tip in? Oh, I know, because we don't want the yellow snow ice cream. There you go. And chocolate chips, Jasper. There you go, Barbara. Put chocolate chips and mini marshmallows. What is tip in? Anybody know? Autograph. Well, that's not autograph. That's a note from somebody else. A map page. See, I've already got that. Something about trains. I don't know if I have. Oh, okay. Okay. Huh. Include stitching. I can do that. I'll put that in my pocket. This is going to be a tag and stitching. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I glued that. Oh, I glued it all down. I guess I don't have a pocket. Well, if I use a little tag, well, look at stick it in there. Will that work? Why didn't anybody stop me? Here we go. That's not going to work. Well, there's so much for having to fill that pocket. I glued it down. Washi tape, yes. And I have washi tape. And I've used it for the pineapple in a different thing. I love this one. And I'll make my tip out. Oh, wow, Carol, that would be good. That's a lot of work, though. Boy, that'd fill you up for the day. Well, you try it. Let us know how it tasted. Okay, there's my tip out. And I have my international page. I do have these numbered. I've got a vintage children's book. I've got a newspaper, so I'll get a lot of newspaper headline and that kind of stuff. Rubber stamps, stickers. I don't see the international. Oh, there it is, something international. Let's look, and I've got washi tape and art by someone or something like that, wasn't it? Oh, Janet, that's not fun. Yes, Janet, I am using some of your Happy Mail you sent me for my international page and art by someone else that I think is in here. So I'm just going to stop there. If it's in there, I'll find it later. It may be on Caged Fish. January prompts. Oh, that sounds good, Jack. But I can eat. My husband laughs at me because I could live on boiled chicken. I love boiled chicken. And I made a pot of chicken noodle soup and ate it for days and was sorry when it was gone. All right, so oh, vintage. Oh, I've already marked one of those off. Some of these I've got to think about. Include stitching. Like I said, I got plenty of that. Oh, Janet, I know you've got so much to do. Yeah, I like this one. And I've got so much already done. And I'm going to make it a pocket. And then I'm going to put a tag in the pocket. And I'm going to do it right here. No, I'm not, because then that won't flip over. I like this as a backing. I can put a lot of things on this page. Like I could put this down and then I can put a tag in it and then I can put the stamp and something snarky. Thank you, Mitzi. Because I would have if you hadn't said something. If you guys could see this desk right now. It's a mess. It's a mess. That's right. Tuesday's my day. Well, and I know I'm going against Kathy Arbor. And I'm not going to win there. I appreciate y'all being here. Oh, you want to see the desk? Let me glue this on and I will let you see the desk, Janet. I know. I love seeing people's mess. Okay. There's some. There's some. And there's some. All I have to work in. How creative. Yeah, I was real creative making this mess. But notice how I don't know what's happening with my phone, that it won't stay orientated right. And I hate that. And now you're sideways, not upside down. I don't know. I'm going to have to play with it. All right. So there's my pocket. Another pocket. I think I'll put a button on it. There is, and that fidget mat, it takes a mess. That's why when I do them, I do all this part on my desk first, so that I can get rid of it, because it drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. Oh, look, and I've got some yarn already on it. A needle thread. Oh, I'm so prepared. Aren't you impressed? Okay, I just made one, and here in just a second, so I don't lose my button. I want to go this way because I'm going to tie it off. I'll show it to you. I shouldn't have tied that knot in there, but that's okay. That's okay. Now, why did I cut that before tying it on? That wasn't very wise of me. Carol, did you see the one I made before I go and show it to you? And you say, oh, I saw you do that. I don't remember where. We're just going to make another one, make it longer. There is a lot of fun creativity going on. And I'm glad I felt better this morning. Yesterday, I debated if I'd even be able to do this today. You know, sometimes I think allergy medicine is worse than the actual allergies. But they finally did loosen me up. So, as you've heard me sneezing and coughing, and okay. Let's watch Kathy make a knot. 1, 2. So much easier with longer thread, just to let you know. And I'm going to leave those kind of long. I like that. Here is my fidget finished one. I still have to take it to the sewing machine. A fidget mat has lots of textures, so that a dementia Alzheimer patient can feel it. So it's got soft, it's got rough, it's got bumpy. This, Carol came up with the idea of making it, stocking it so it's puffy. But it's that fabric you put on the edge of baby blankets. Know what I mean? I've felt with ribbons of different texture, Velcro, crocheted, rubber bands, and these are textured. And then I have a clip so that they can clip it onto the patient. So, oh, and this is rough from sewing. It's got sewing stitches on it. And I'll put buttons on this. Yes, Mitzi, they make them for babies too. Yes, Kathy. Yes, Janet, I do have an iPhone, and I get my orientation and I stick it in, and then I lose my orientation. Yes, Janet, and cereal. Bags are good for that. I've got a container of cereal bags that I have saved to make play toys. Hi, Food and Creations. Welcome. We are fine and dandy in this neck of the woods. So it has the crinkly and the toy. Okay, thank you, Janet. Ben, you're the best. And I could add it to that, but I don't think I will that one, but I'm going to keep it in mind for the next one because I did forget about that. So anyway, there's my pocket with sewing and a button, so we can cross that off the list. Trees and leaves I'll have to draw. Decorate a paper clip. Shoot, I got one of those right here. Not that I'm going to use this one, but I've got one. So I will, it said a rubber stamp, but I'm assuming the rubber stamp, you use a rubber stamp, not make a rubber stamp. At least that's what I'm going to do. But this is my book. I'm excited about it, except for sewing in the signatures. But it is fun, isn't it? I do love this cover. I've got to think of a neat way. I think maybe I'll slow stitch around the letters. I don't know. I don't want to do anything. Thank you, Dixie. I don't want to do anything to take away from my cover. So if nothing else, I may write it on the inside. Because look at this inside cover. Isn't that neat? To me, it's just perfect for this journal. There you go. Blame it on Barbara. He won't find her in the cold. Oh, true, Barbara. And I could use that one. I just don't like it. To me, it's just kind of boring. I want something a little more exciting. So I might use the actual paper clip. But I just thought this was perfect. And I didn't have to tear up a Sally, Dick, and Jane book like I had thought about doing. It wasn't going to bother me, but it was going to bother our dear Barbara. I could put my spine on, couldn't I? Since my desk is already well, no, I think I'll wait to see how thick I need it. I like that there's no rules, and I like that she is so laid back about it. Now, her journal is beautiful. I don't think my journal will be quite that dramatic, but mine doesn't have to be. Mine does not have to be. But I think it will be fun. Janet and John. Oh, fun. A couple that adopted me from our church had 2 kids, Janet and John. That's neat. I'm going to work on my tag while we sit here and visit. I think I'll use that since it's vintage children's books. Ooh, I don't know. I like that. I think I'm going to use this and leave it that shape. I do too, Janet. You probably need the visit. Have you had lots of company, though? Now, Janet, you're not an only child, are you? Okay. I have this fabric I'm wanting to use, and I got it out. This came from the lovely Margaret. Won't this be perfect for this journal? My son's an only child. And he is so glad because he hears people arguing and it annoys him. And I'll say, aren't you glad we stopped with you? Isn't this darling, Carol? Margaret gave that to me. Thank you, Margaret, if you're in the background. It's going to be a little, she sent me 2 yards. So I can make a pillowcase. I can make little girls' dresses. I can make aprons. I can do all kinds of things with this. Oh, they went back to work today. Okay. I think I'm going to tear this side. I'm a middle child. I'm the third of 4 kids and the middle girl. My brother lives down here. That's what got us to Florida. Let's put a napkin on this. Hold on. I know I saw napkins in here. What about you, Dixie? Are you an only child? My mother was an only child, and my mother-in-law was an only child. And you know what? They survived just fine. So it didn't bother me a bit to have my son an only child. I think I want these flowers. I think napkin is one of the prompts, isn't it? Middle girl too. Oh, wow, Mitzi. That would be a spread. You're third of 5, 2 older brothers and 2 younger that are twins that are 11 months. Ooh, that was close. My younger sister is 15 months younger than me. I thought that was something. But 11 months, your mama had her hands full. You're the middle girl too. Well, I know being an only child makes it harder when you're dealing with your parents. But I guess my son will have to survive that. Would you like to see what I'm struggling at doing? I mean, really? Bye-bye, Barbara. Thank you for being here. You go waddle for me, too. I'm going to go for a walk, too, but I won't tell you how nice weather we're having. My waddle will be in warmer weather than yours. Oh, she's crooked. Your mama was one busy mama, Jasper. That's all I can say. See you around, Barbara. There we go. I think she's cute. I do. And that'll be my tag. Oh, I bet. I bet. Well, I'm fortunate to still have mine happy and healthy and all of that. 88 years old and takes only one or two kinds of medicine. Okay, I'm going to let her dry. Look at that. I think she's cute. I do. I want to do some more. I'm not even playing yet. I have the tissue paper. I didn't cross it off. I've lost my pencil. Anybody know where I put that? Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mitzi. Thank you, Janet. I will. I've done the tissue paper. I've done a napkin. Well, I'm just moving right along, aren't I? I'll do the ribbon when I put that in there. Now, somebody from outer space would message me. That would be great. Swatch page. That could be fun. Probably, Janet. You know, she flies around at night when you're sleeping and gets into all of our craft rooms. And I've noticed she does it clean when she's here. Well, least favorite color would be brown. I stenciled. Oh, stencil again. Oops, I didn't read that carefully. I did flowers just now. I did a button. Oh, Friends in the Box Art. There it is, Janet. I used yours for that one. Off of the envelope. I used your envelope. I included stitching. I'm just going right to town. Look at all these I've done. Hey, Bonnie, welcome, welcome. I am working now in my journal. I think that's what everybody's doing this week. I finished my fidget mat. So you can see the first part if you want to see that, or you can skip it. I'm going to get my stamps and stuff with the leaves. And I'm going to do, oh, that was close. That about fell in my hot tea. That would not have made me happy. I got green. And I got all these different leaves. I'll put something snarky on here. And then I got these snarky stamps. Like you would think that with all your multiple personalities, at least one would be likable. It's better to take a risk than miss a moment of magic. What appears to be the end is usually the start of a new beginning. I don't like morning people or morning people. As long as everything is exactly the way I want, I'm totally flexible. There's some more leaves. It never fails that when I want a stamp, it's at the other house. Never fails. Here's some more leaves. I thought I had more leaves. Bye-bye, Mitzi. Do you ever go live, Mitzi? And here's some more leaves. Ooh, I like that better. It doesn't make it so gloppy as that studio did. See, now most people would have had this all planned on what they would have wanted to do. Thank you, Janet. Okay, Roll. We're just glad you're here. Most people would have gotten out all the stuff they were going to put on the page and had it. Oh, there's a teacup. I could put that on my coffee page. Let's go find that coffee page. See, they would have gone through all their stuff. I didn't know I had a cup. But I don't work that way. I'm kind of a fly by the seat of your pants person. If you haven't noticed, if that bothers you, I'm sorry. You'll get over it. Sorry, I was being snarky. There's a teacup. I didn't have to have that, but since I had it, I wanted to get that on there. Okay, here's another leaf. See, I haven't used these. Oh, well, that'll be neat, Paul, raw. Where's, yeah, I lost. There we go. There. Now, I am going to get this snarky one about multiple personalities. And I'm going to dip it in black ink. See, I've been very kind. It's never been used. Okay, and now let's get the black. There you go. And now I have my snarky on. Everybody needs their snarky on. And I used a rubber stamp. I go with the flow, Jasper. Yeah, I keep it real. Okay, I got my snark. I don't want to miss out on my snark. I love that word. I don't like so much being snarky, but I like the word snark. Oh, I haven't. Oh, I already marked it. Oh, good, Carol. What's it? I wonder what it says. That'll be fun to see. I'm looking for leaves. There it is, leaf. And a rubber stamp. And now I am going to put a border on here. Oh, they're doing great, Janet. They started back to school today, which I'm sure did not make Jackson happy. But they're back to school. And had a great trip. My poor son and daughter-in-law got home. Everything fine and dandy, and we're over the weekend the refrigerator quit. It wouldn't stay warm, which it was cold enough up there, and we had our refrigerator, so they were able, and they've got a refrigerator in the basement. But and their wash machine quit. Just had to buy a new dryer recently. You know, when it rains, it pours. So they weren't real thrilled about all that. But, and I know it was hard for them going to look at refrigerators if they took the kids with them, which I'm assuming they probably did. And that's when I'm up there. The kids can just stay with me, and everybody has a better time. I did, Jasper. It was a wonderful time. My husband has said no more mountains in the snow in winter. Roll's been here a while, Jasper. I love it. Love it, Carol. Pretending I'm a pleasant person is exhausting. Oh, you may not have lost all your marbles, but there's definitely a hole in the back. I can hardly wait to regret this. Pretending I'm a pleasant person is exhausting. Oh, Carol, that's a great one. Laugh till you leak. It just makes it funny. Oh, I'm going to send that to my best friend up north. We do that more often than we care to admit. Yep, you need to use those for snarky. They might be. That's fine, Jasper. I do that often. Do that often. Okay, and my tag's still, it's getting there. I could probably punch a hole in it. But it does make it funnier, Carol. You know, my um, favorite color one is not going to be an easy one to do. My favorite color is pink, but I've got about all my pink stuff in my pink journal. Yes, Jasper. I know you'd have cut her all out, but I didn't. You probably missed the fabric. Margaret sent me this lovely fabric. Isn't that awesome? I know, Jasper. Isn't it, darling? I'm going to make pillowcases and little girl dresses, and I don't know what all out of that. So that's my tag. And it'll go in this pocket. See? And I'll have several on this page done. I'll have the leaves, rubber stamp, snarky, stitched, button, tag, ribbon, and flowers. I know you do, Jasper. I know. But you got to wait till I use the big pieces before you get any. You know the rule. It hurt me just to cut one out, but I wanted to keep it. You know, this would be perfect for my pink page, for my favorite color. Or, well, look. There's pink. Pink. I think I'll use one of those bigger ones. I'll find a lot of pink, I know, around this place. That'd be a pretty pink page. Huh, babe? Oh, I do, Janet. I've got pink fabric. I've got pink yarn. I have this beautiful pink from Selena. I have this pink. It's got the teal. I've got this pink. Yeah, I have plenty of pink. Maybe I'll do my pink page. Here's some more pink. I need to make more of these ruffle things now that I'm down here. There's some pink. Thank you, Jasper. This is my pink journal. So you know I've got lots of pink if I have all this, because I still have a lot of this stuff left. But it's all pink. And I love any shade of pink. Now I've got still some pages in here I can do. I've started a purple journal just because I wanted to. So that's my pink. Yes, Jasper, I saw your answer. She might be lurking. I don't think I have pink yarn. Yeah, I do. So I'll have plenty for the pink page. Oops, sorry. So, but I think I'm going to get pink paint out and put some pink paint around. And I want to wait until it's good and dry before I do that. I better get her out of that pocket before she sticks to it. I'll probably do some. I can do my stickles now. She's dry enough. I love these liquid pearls. I like them better than the stickles. They don't seem to take as long to dry. Oh, my socks aren't matching, Jasper. Around the house, I wear non-matching socks. It's something I can do with them. My sister, younger sister, that's where all of her mismatched socks went to the sock box. And when the kids went outside, that's the socks they got because she didn't care if those got muddy. But we did this page today, Janet. See, your work of art's on here. with Royal Mail. And then I kept the back where it says airmail. I need to put this over your address. So you'd see little boys outside with lacy socks and dad's socks on at the same time. They didn't care. And she homeschooled, so it wasn't like anybody else cared either. I want to cover this address. Janet doesn't need everybody seeing that every time I open the book. So I think I'm going to call it. I've got a lot done in this. I got my fidget mat made so I can sew on it. Today I don't know if I will today or not, but before I clean up my mess, I'm going to get my other ones completed and ready to sew, and then I can put up all the mess. And it won't take me long until I have those made when I'm not filming, because I don't have to talk about it. But I did appreciate everybody's help and comments and ideas and all that kind of stuff. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Know that you are loved. I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I appreciate that. And I want you all to know you have a purpose. Bye-bye. You're welcome, Janet. Thinking of you, keeping you in my prayers. Thank you, Jasper. You too, Bonnie. You have a wonderful day.